Okay. Starship Troopers 3. It's picking up where the last one left off 10 years later. The war's not going as well as planned, and we're losing a lot of people, a lot of new bugs. But thank God we've got Jolene Blalock here playing Lola Beck, and she's kicking butt and kicking bugs' butt, and we're lucky we have somebody so strong with a gun.
Well, that's cool. Where were you guys shooting this movie at?
We were shooting in Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh my!
Mm-hmm.
A whole other world.
Completely, and the experience. You know, we had been there a couple times prior with previous jobs, but to be back there, it's just an incredible environment to shoot. Just because the pick of locations that you have, you can be in the desert, in the mountains, a national reserve, the ocean, in 15 minutes from Cape Town. So, and then there's also the culture and the political situation that sort of makes it really interesting.
Was this a hard movie to shoot because of were the bugs CGI and so forth?
Well, it was difficult because we had a smaller budget to complete it, and we also had a small amount of time. So we were really we were working 6-day weeks, long hours, a lot of night shoots. But we're really fortunate to have an incredible crew. Our producer David Lancaster put together quite a team for us, and so we really got lucky in that aspect.
Yeah, a lot of great people around us, and the crew in South Africa was probably one of the best crews that you could get because it was wintertime. There wasn't much else going on, not a lot of other filming going on, so we really lucked out. We were fortunate, and they would come and they would go, I know this wasn't in the budget, but I added this and this, and you're like, is that all right? And you're like, wow, that's amazing. I mean, even on the back of the metal folders, they would put in quotes from the book, and I'd walk by it, and you're never going to really focus on that in the film, but I saw that, and as actors, for us to have all of that extra, additives and just more stuff to play with, for us, just gives you much more, it makes it much more entertaining and fun for you to do.
Now, Casper, you were in the first movie. But no one from the first cast was in the second movie. What brought you back here to the third one?
Ed Neumeyer. Ed Neumeyer brought me back for this third film. He wrote the first film, and he also wrote RoboCop, but he got to write and direct this one. And he tried to get me in the second one, but the director didn't want any of the original cast or any of the humor from the first movie, which I thought was a mistake because I think that Starship Troopers really is about bugs and it's about the satire, the humor, and the FedNet. And so Ed brought it back, brought me back, and he kept writing more scripts, and I got to see them over the years, and he put the humor back into it, and it was just exciting to do.
Don't tell me.
Now, Jolene, you obviously are also well known for your work in Starship Enterprise or Star Trek Enterprise. Excuse me. What do you think is the memory, or I should say, the legacy of that show in the world of television?
The legacy. Wow, that's a big question. The legacy is a twofold, in my opinion. One, it puts out the question to all of us, what if? What if we could get off this planet? What if there was life on it? What if there is life on other planets? What if? And then secondly, it unites humankind as one. It breaks down the lines that divide us. So I think that's the legacy.
And it really made geeks cool.
That too.
It really made geeks cool.
Yeah, it's our revenge on all the jocks for stuffing us.
You did several soap opera shows. You did Titans,
Yes, I
and
did.
then you also did one of the first telenovas on My Network TV.
Yes, I did.
How's that? Is that type of show fun to do? It seems like it's fun to do.
Well, a camp is always fun, and when you get to play camp, it makes it more exciting for me. Sometimes the downfall I have for a show like that is it's not as it's just it's not it's not played the camp way that I'd want to play it. Or even though I like to play straight or play it straight as I can, it is sometimes it's not as fun for me to do that way. I like the sci-fi. I like Starship Troopers and things like that a little bit more. But I love every aspect of this business. I mean, if I could sing, I'd do a musical. So, I mean, for me, I love it all.
Do you guys think, with the state of sci-fi right now, the fact that the Battlestar Galactica is considered one of the greatest shows ever, and shows like Heroes are really playing to a wider audience, do you think sci-fi is getting the honor it deserves now at this point?
I think if you really want to honor it, bring back the Star Trek series. Bring up a Starship series. Bring up more sci-fi series. I mean, that's the way we honor the genre is by bringing more. You know, Heroes is great because you're right. It is targeting a larger audience. But you know, there are geeks like Casper and I who just love the genre. And you don't have to sweeten it up like Gossip Girls to make it digestible for us. We love the genre, so you can get some nitty gritty sci-fi content and put that out there on the airwaves.
Yeah, and we'd totally be up for a Starship Troopers series.
What's the fan base like? Have you guys met with the fans?
We went down to Comic-Con this year for it, and we had a good setting with them, and we've gone to the Comic-Con in San Francisco and New York, and there's a strong fan base for Starship Troopers.
And I have a convention, a Star Trek convention on Friday in Vegas. So yeah, we do get find ourselves in contact with the fans, and they're gracious. I have to say that they're gracious. They're very excited to see Starship again, you know, arise, and their loyalty is just I guess what surprises me the most.
Guys, I got to go here soon, but I do have one question, and this one's for both of you. Has there been a project that you guys have done together or separately that you were very proud of, but you wish more people had seen?
Well, God, I would love more people to see this film. I think that Starship Troopers, Marauder, it got a shot in Japan. We got a theatrical release over there, and it's done really well. They added a lot of theaters over there. It was showing since the 19th, and then they just added more theaters because it's playing really well over there. And I think that sometimes when you only have a DVD release, sometimes you're not getting everybody. But I'm hoping that enough people get to see this, because I think it's Ed's directorial debut. He's the writer of Starship Troopers and RoboCop, and now this one it's his directorial debut, and I think he did a great job with this.
Mm-hmm. And I have to agree with Casper. It would definitely be this movie because, you know, for reasons beyond our control, we didn't have the budget that we needed to put this into theaters across the United States, but we really did a good job.
She's the toughest girl.